So what is the difference between soul and mind?
You see, mind by some scholars is referred to as soul. Talking of mind, many scholars have discussed this matter, whether there is a difference between brain and mind. So all knowledgeable doctors have debated on this issue, and the overwhelming evidence goes in favor of the mind being superior to the brain. Brain, they believe, is like a computer, but there has to be someone who consciously runs the computer. So one famous doctor, Dr. Eccles, for instance, has written a book on this during his surgical experiences. He was a great surgeon, particularly of epileptic patients. And he has quoted about 34 cases or so where, when he removed certain parts of the sick, some parts of the body should have ceased to function. But he was amazed to find that the task was taken over by something which was not brain, because brain was removed. So it was still taken over by some force, and they were still working at the same time, ordinarily with, like healthy people. So by quoting such cases, he concludes that brain is material and soul is something which is spiritual. So as such, soul and mind, as I have mentioned, as defined by Eccles, practically are one and the same thing.
But I missed what did he remove exactly from the patients?
That portion of the brain which he thought was responsible
For the fit.
for causing fits of epilepsy,
And then what was the
the
result?
disease part.
Yeah.
And those areas controlled certain, bodily parts. They were related with the right or left hand or movement of legs, etc. So he was quite evidently sure that when he operated, they would not have a fit of epilepsy anymore, but they would suffer from other discrepancies, like as if they had been stricken by stroke and they could not move certain limbs. But he was amazed to find that they moved the limbs all right. And perhaps not in all cases, but those cases in which he discovered this, he quotes in his book, that their limbs were all right, they were working, while they should not have worked, because the brain portion was not there.
Okay.
So it must have been taken over by the mind,
I understand.
that spiritual force which operates the brain.